Okay, so for the patients, in order for you to access the platform, you need to go to your browser and then type this URL for us to have access in the link. Now we can view the ad banners, the products, and the ratings of those respective products that have rated latest product and top discounted products are here also. Now, in order for us to view or to buy, let's say for example we will buy this rice, we need to log in. Now in order for us to log in, we need to have a validated email address or account credentials for us to log in. Now if we have a password wrong, it will say password wrong. Now but if we will say we will have the correct password, we will have access to the system. We have the login success prompt there, and we can view our dashboard. Now in the dashboard of the buyers, we can see the orders, the pending orders, canceled orders. You can also see the my order section, the wish list, the chat, and all of the other features. So we can see the previous conversation here with Ibrahim Shop. Now let's go to home and then let's shop. For us to view, we can also filter for a specific category. Let's try fresh produce. Now we can see the fresh produce here. You can also see the dairy products here. And we can also see the meat and poultry products, so on and so forth in the filtering feature. Now we can also filter by price. Let's say I'm searching for an agricultural product that has a price of let's say 260 to 460. Okay, so now we will have this feature, right? So we can see that we have this prices, so 280 to 460. But if we will move it below 355, just like that, so the other products will be filtered. Okay, now the rating, we can also let's reset this and then let's try the rating section. So let's try 4 ratings for all the products. Okay, 4 ratings. So we have 4 ratings here. Let's try 2 ratings. Oh, here. Okay, so we can see 2 rating products that has been rated by the customers. Now let's try to reset the ratings. Then let's try to order this brown rice, Banawe brown rice. Okay, it's added to cart. Okay, so the feature of adding to cart is working. Now let's go back and let's try to add a product to our wish list. Okay, so let's try adding this brown rice again to our wish list. Okay, excuse me. So our product is already added to our wish list, which we can see in our wish list section in our profile dashboard. Now in the order summary, we can then proceed to check out those products, and then we can add a quantity of that specific product, and then we will have a kind of subtotal here. Now that we have the subtotal, let's proceed and okay, wait. Let's try to proceed in one product. Okay, now we will have the shipping information here, and let's try 1 De La Cruz, San Miguel Street. Then put a number here, put a landmark, let's say near JKK Chapel. Then Barangay Poblacion. Save the delivery information, then place order. Okay, now we only have a one specific cash on delivery payment method. Okay, so now we will click this and click confirm. Okay, now that we already placed our order, we can go to our dashboard. Okay, Then let's see if our product or our order has been placed. Now if I view it here, okay, now we can see that in May 18 we have a one Banawi rice ordered, placed, and it's waiting for the admin to um, be delivered or to be placed. Okay, so now we can see that our cart is empty because we already placed our order, but our brown rice is still in our wish list. How can we remove it? Let's just click this, and yeah, we already removed the product from the wish list. You can browse the category in here, and you can also select the category in here. It's up to you. You can search for a product. Let's say I'm searching for milk. Okay, searching for milk. So it's already been filtered, and we can see all the milk products here. Let's try feeds. Okay, fish feeds, or like let's try feeds in general. Okay, search, and we can see all of the products that has a feeds name tagged on it. Okay, that's basically how we can work with our customers, and that's the basic features of as a customer. Again, if you want to chat the seller, we can chat in here. Okay, we can chat Ibrahim Shop and hi, I want to ask regarding on my placed order today. It is a brown rice product. Okay, for demonstration purposes, I'll just click it here, and then yeah, we will have this beautiful chatting module here, and we can see our orders, our wish list, and ultimately, after we are satisfied with our order and we want to log out our account, we can go to our dashboard and click the logout section. We will have a confirmation, depending if you or just mistakenly click the logout button, and then click the logout button, and you will be logged out to the platform. That's all for the customers end. Thank you. Okay, now for the seller's dashboard, we will go to the URL SpamaShop dash or hyphen dashboard.vercel.app. Okay, now that we enter the URL, we are redirected here in the login module of the seller's dashboard of SpamaShop. Now we must input the incorrect account credentials that is provided by Mao or is validated for us to log in. Now let's try to input a password that is wrong. Okay, now it says password wrong, as you can see in the top right corner. Now let's try to input a correct password, but incorrect email. Okay, so it will say email not found. Okay, so let's try to input the correct credentials. This is correct and this is correct. Log in. So we have access to the system. Now we are here in the overview section of the SpamaShop seller dashboard. We can see the overview of our entire shop. We can see the total sales that we have for this specific account. We have the total of 14 products that we already posted to this account. We also have placed by the customers 54 orders, and we also have a 36 pending orders. So basically, this is the overview of the entire shop of Ibrahim. Now let's proceed to the ad product. For the ad product, we can see here for the all products that we have. Okay, so we have a number one, the Banawi rice cooker or the brown rice. Now for us to add a product, we can go to add product section, and we can try to add a product. Let's say a fertilizer. Okay, amino fertilizer. Okay, product brand, let's say amino. Category will be agricultural product because it's a fertilizer. The stock, let's say 30. The price will, let's say let's say 499, or let's say 500, or 499 is good. Discount, let's say 0. Sample product will be this is a sample product for demonstration. Now we can upload at least 2 images, so we must upload at least 2 images. Okay, let's upload this one, and let's upload this one. Okay, now that we already filled up the form for the add product, we can then click the add product to post our products to the platform. Okay, let's add a product. Okay, after a short delay, the product adds success. Okay, now that is presumably added here. Now let's see if it's added in our all products. Okay, as you can see, it's already added, and we can view it here. Okay, it's already been added in this section, in our all product section. Now in the all product section, we can filter for 15 products, as you can see, and we can also search. Okay, we can search for a specific product that we want to search. Now we can also manipulate a basic crude application here. Okay, so we can edit a product, we can view a product, and we can delete a product. Okay, now let's try how can we edit a specific product. Now let's edit a product, this Banawi rice cooker. Let's edit this into a sun-made brown rice. Okay, and then let's say the description, a sample product for demo. Okay, let's click update a product. Let's wait for a short delay, and then we will we can see. Okay, if you view the product, it's already been updated. If we want to delete a product, we can also delete it here. So we have a delete button, so we can delete it anytime we want to delete it from our database. So yeah, let's proceed to the order section. Now for the order section, we can see the most recent one in the top. Okay, so we already did a previously a transaction, which, as you can see, if we view it, you can see it here. Okay, now we can edit the status. If where is the product processing, it's in warehouse, is it canceled or delivered. Basically, its status, we can update it. Now in the all product, in the order section, we can basically view all of the orders in the specific shop, and we can edit, we can search the order ID, and lastly we can update the status basing on the status of the order itself. Now for the chatting feature, we can chat a specific customer in this section. So if we want to chat someone, we can click his or her profile, and as you can see, if we demo previously, we can see it here. Hi, I want to ask regarding the place order. It's a brown rice product. So previously we demonstrated the chatting feature, and it's already working. Now for the chat admin, we can chat the system admin of the system. So let's say, for example, hello, I want to check for you to regarding on my verification documents. Okay, if we click enter, we can see it here. Now we can proceed to the profile, and we can see the profile here. We can update our profile picture. We can then in this section, I just want to state that we can only edit our profile once to avoid manipulation, unnecessary edits that will if we edit our name of the shop, we can then perform scams, right? But if we can only edit once, then the name of the shop will be static. And if we will scam on the name of Ibrahim Shop, so Ibrahim Shop will be easily tracked because we can only edit this once. Okay, so that's basically the entire feature of the sellers. Then if we want to log out, we can click the logout button here in the sidebar, and if we can click the logout button, we will be logged out to the system, and we will be redirected to the login module. Okay, so for the system admin, we need to go to this URL, SpamaShop-dashboard.vercel.app. But now, instead of login directly, we will put an admin before the login for us to be redirected in this section. Now, let's try to log in our account. Okay, let's try with wrong password, invalid security pin, obviously. Now let's try with a correct pin. Okay, so let's wait for a little and we will have access to the system admin. So now what's the difference? The difference is this is the system admin dashboard. So basically we can see all of the products, all of the sales, all of the sellers, and the orders of the entire platform. So system admin has control to overall configurations of the platform itself. Okay, right now we can see we have the total sales of the entire platform, the overall products of the entire platform, the overall sellers, and so on and so forth. Now for the orders, so we don't have an add product here because that is for the seller's responsibility. Now we can see the most recent order here, and the details of that order, the status of the order, and the action is to view, obviously, and we can see it here, right? Okay, now we can also update the status of that specific product depending on which seller it is, because there is a possibility that a specific order is consists of different products from a different seller. Okay, so we have a seller 1 here from specific seller, but what if a specific order contains another product from another seller, right? So that's why we have this feature, seller 1 and seller 2 in here if a product is from another seller. Okay, so if they updated the status and they say that it's already been delivered or it's already been paid, then the another seller will update here the status. Then we can then update the status here as the admin has placed or delivered. Now for the category, so we have different categories, right? We have dry goods, other products, aquaculture products, and agricultural products. We can do a basic editing of the specific categories in here. We can create here, we can add or upload an icon of that specific category. Okay, but for now I can't generate another category because these are all of the categories that we can generate for SpamaShop. So basically, if the admin wants a new category, they can just type it here and then they can upload an image that they want to be represent as the icon of that specific category. Okay, now for sellers, we can see the sellers in here, right? So we can then let's say I'll list 100 sellers. We can see all of the sellers info. We can see the shop name. We can see the status that they have. Active means they are active, meaning they can use the platform. They're already been verified. Okay, now these are blank because sample seller 10 did not edited the profile that he have in his or her profile section. So in order for them to be updated, just like Annie Balbin seller, Ibrahim shop, which is by the way we already demonstrated earlier. So if we view it here, let's say we have an activate status, right? So if we activate this seller, meaning the seller will have uh, authorization to use the platform. But if we deactivate the seller, then the seller cannot use the platform anymore because the admin disables the authorization. So this is the power of the admin in the sellers. Now in the deactivated sellers, we can see the activated sellers in here. Why? Because this feature basically shows if just in case a seller is a bogus seller, then we can deactivate that specific seller to avoid more victims. Now for demonstration purposes, let's try to deactivate a specific seller and then activate him again. Okay, let's try sample seller 10. Let's deactivate the seller. Okay, so I deactivated seller sample seller 10. So as you can see, we cannot see him or her in the sellers section anymore. Why? Because he or she is in the deactivated sellers. Okay, so sample seller 10 is now in the deactivated seller. Now if sample seller 10 appeals, so we can then activate him again, and then we can then see him in the seller section. So basically that's the power of the admin in terms of authorization purposes in the sellers and deactivating the sellers. Now for the seller's request, what is this? Basically we can see here all of the sellers that is not activated yet. What is the difference between seller's request and deactivated sellers? Now the seller's requests are pending verification. The deactivated sellers, on the other hand, are deactivated sellers that has been verified previously. So in this section, we can see that the sellers have been deactivated even though they have already been verified by MAU. So yeah, they are not pending anymore. The status of their verification is not pending but already deactivated. But here in the seller's request, the status that they have is pending and is waiting for verification by the admin. That's basically the core difference. Now for the chat seller, we can chat Ibrahim, right? So yeah, previously I chatted this, right? So hello, I want to check for you regarding on my verification documents. So as we can see, it is working. So we can reply yes, regarding to your documents, it is correct and valid. Okay, click send, and then we already sent the chatting feature. Now if we want to verify it, okay, let's verify it. As you can see, okay, let's try to verify it. We'll use another platform. Why do we use another platform? Because the cookies is already logged in here, right? So we need another browser for us to check our account if we already chatted as the admin, right? So now I will compare side by side. Okay, let's do this, and then here let's do that. Okay, right now as you can see, we can see this is live. Okay, so this is URL, this is not locally deployed, it's already deployed in the internet. So let's try this is a test message with a smiley face. Okay, so we can see it here live, updating in our the admin platform. So we can then reply, thank you so much for your fast response. Send, and we will get the message here, and let's just wait for it. again, we can go to another seller, right? Okay, Abby seller, Annibal Win seller. We can go anywhere we want. Okay, so yeah, we already have the reply in here after a short delay, and then we can reply the fast response. No worries, stay active, and send, and we will get the here live. Okay, now too much for that. That's basically all of the feature of the super admin. I mean the system admin. The dashboard, the order sellers, the category, and so on and so forth. And if you want to log out, you can click the log out button and completely log out of the system admin. Now for the admin panel or the monitoring panel, we can go to this URL, okay, and then we will be redirected in this login section. Now let's try inputting an invalid credential or passkey. Okay, it's wrong, so we gotta input the correct passkey, right? Okay, so incorrect admin passkey. So now let's try to log in the correct one. Okay, if I click submit, we will have the access of our platform. Now, after we will wait for a short delay. We have the product section, the customer section, so on and so forth, right? So right now, let's go to our dashboard. Okay, so we have what is the difference of this in the system admin. Basically, the difference is this is for monitoring only. This is for MAU to monitor the sales data and the other important data that they want to monitor for the entire SpamaShop system. Okay, so as we can see, we have a daily sale one, meaning the sale that we just did earlier reflected in our platform. So this is basically the overview or the dashboard of the entire monitor dashboard or admin dashboard. We can see the products here, so we can see the ratings of the product itself. Okay, we can see more the stock, the brand that they have, and yeah, we can obviously see the products that we have here. We can click see more if we want to know the stock left and the brand of that specific product, and we can also know the ratings. So this is basically the product section. The customer section, on the other hand, we can see the info of the customers that is registered to our platform. So we can see the email, the date created, and the ID that they have. Okay, now for the transactions, so we can see the transactions that we have here. We can view it in a data table view. So we can see the delivery status and the number of products for that specific order, right? So we can see some number 2 here, so meaning we have 2 products for that specific order, the cost, and the payment status, because the payment status is different for the delivery status. We can then click a different or like customize what we want, right? So we can then turn off the ID, so we don't have to see the ID anymore. We can turn off the date and time if we don't want to see it, and we can obviously have a specific way if you want to see that the table. We can then export this table, so we can print it or download a CSV. Okay, so if we view it, we can see it exported on a CSV, which is here. Okay, yeah, as you can see, we can then edit the CSV. So this is another work, right? So basically we can edit it, we can export it as CSV file. Now for the sales by area. So now this is one of the major features, because MAU can see in a specific area what is a product's most profitable product, specific product, right? So right now at Poblacion, we can see that the eggs are the most profitable product for demonstration purposes only, right? So we can see the Bear brand has 3 sales, the Orange has 3 sales too. And then we can also see other products in here, and we can then, by the way, we can click a specific unit or specific product, and then we can filter it out, and we can see the legend here. We have the products legend, right? So we can see, we can click here and highlight that specific product. Let's go to Buhangin. So this is another area or another location, right? So we have another barangay here, and we can also see a pie chart, and we can see the feeds are the most profitable in this area. Again, we can customize this to highlight the specific product. Uh, and also Kidalapong, another barangay, another area. So meaning we also have another sales here, sales data. So we have another pie chart. So it's loading. So we can see that the chicken feeds are the most profitable product in this area, and then we can also do the filtering feature of the legends. Yeah, so basically that's the sales by area. Lastly, the breakdown. This is just for monitoring purposes only, so manipulating something is not different from the system admin, because this is just for monitoring, right? So we can see that the dairy products, basically the breakdown or data analytics section is for the category, right? So the categorical sales of the entire platform, SpamaShop, we can see it here. We have the agricultural products with 25 sold items. We have the aquaculture products with 6 sold items, but the dairy products are the most profitable in the whole system, SpamaShop itself. So yeah, dairy products has 80 sales to the platform. Okay, so we can see it here, and Mao can intervene whether any economical or market concerns they want to know basing on this data. Okay, by the way, we can also click this moon icon or sunlight icon for us to switch to dark mode or light mode. And yeah, that's basically the monitor dashboard of SpamaShop. If we want to log out, we can click the log out button, and we will be redirected to the login section. That's for the entire playbook of SpamaShop. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope that you learn how to use the platform step by step with all of the views of each user role. Thank you so much. Have a good day, and may God bless us all.